Morning, I'm not gonna lie, I've been looking forward to making this video for a long time, so hopefully it does the Buddha justice. Otherwise I failed, and I don't know, what's failure? We can learn from it, I guess. To explain all the taints. Taints being blemishes, faults, there's no easy way to describe these things. Suffering, the causes of suffering, the kind of badness in you, things you probably don't want hanging around yourself, your being. These are the taints and what you should do about them. Here goes. I'm gonna tell you a secret. It's tougher than I thought explaining the taints, so I'm gonna give it one last try. Taints are to be abandoned by seeing, restraining, using, avoiding, removing, developing. To give you some example of how difficult it is to decipher this book, I'm going to read to you the conclusion of the taints. When the taints that should have been abandoned by seeing have been abandoned by seeing, when the taints that have been abandoned by restraining have been abandoned by restraining, when the taints that should have been abandoned by using have been abandoned by using, when the taints that have been abandoned by enduring have been abandoned by enduring, have been abandoned by enduring, when the taints that should have been abandoned by avoiding have been abandoned by avoiding, when the taints that should have been abandoned by removing have been abandoned by removing, when the taints that should have been abandoned by developing have been abandoned by developing, then you will be known as someone who dwells restrained with the restraint of all taints. A person who has severed craving, flung off the fetters, and has ended their suffering. Restraining your taints is to simply close your eyes, ears, mouth. Then you are restrained. Simple as that. Restraining by using is merely protecting yourself. Putting clothes on protects you from the taints of feeling the outside weather. That is the taint to be abandoned by using clothes. Simple as that. Taints to be abandoned by enduring is simply sitting in a swamp, enduring the mud, the mosquitoes, the cold, the wet. That is taints to be abandoned by enduring. As an example, taints to be abandoned by avoiding is avoiding that swamp, avoiding those mosquitoes, avoiding the alligators, avoiding the crocodiles. That is the taint abandoned by avoiding. Taints to be abandoned by removing, just removing unwholesome feelings in yourself. That is the taint. That is taints to be abandoned by removing. Taints to be abandoned by developing. This taint is about the path you're on, the journey you're taking, the progress you're making. As you make progress, taints will fall away. These are the taints to be removed by developing. I hope I made some sense of that muddle of a discourse, and I hope you'll join me again for the next one. Peace, tranquility and love to you all. See you.